Okay guys, so we have Donnie and Mark and we're about to start the stand position with the dog. And again, this is the beginning stages for the stand in motion. Now notice the platform that we're using here. And we like to have the dog on the platform simply because it gives us more control over the dog, like I was saying in the intro. With that said, in time, it'll allow us to stop the dog from traveling forward. So let's take a look at Mark and Donnie and see what he gives us. So he uses his bait out in front, good, and he marks it. And right now, all he really needs from the dog is for him to come up. And once he comes up, he marks it and rewards it. Later on, we're gonna work on the dog straightening out and squaring off. But for now, we wanna basically get him off the bum into a standing position. Okay, when you're ready, let's try it again. Nice. And again, it's nothing proper as yet, but eventually we will get there. We're gonna shape the behavior. Let's try it again.
Stand.
Good. So we're gonna try it again. This time, we're gonna go forward and we're gonna dip the hand just a little bit. Let's see what he gives us. Just a little bit. Bring it down a bit. Good. There we go. Oh, it's okay. Let's try it again. Stand dog.
Good.
Nice. And one more.
Stand.
Good job. Take him off and play. Lots of praise. Lots and lots of praise. Good job. So once again, from a seated position on our platform, we're gonna have the bait in our hand, held in front of his nose like that. We're gonna lure the dog forward. Stand just like this. So again, he's gonna actually stretch beyond the platform. Now, if he happens to come off, we just encourage him back up and then we do it again. Stand, and he's gonna stretch. Now, in the midst of stretching, you'll find the back legs will come up. When the back legs come up, we mark and reward. And I usually try for, let's say, about 5 repetitions of each. So let's try it again. And we're gonna see this time if we can get him to stand just a little bit more square.
Stand.
So come forward a bit. Mark. All right, and the same thing. Now we're not gonna go as low. Let's maybe keep it just above the shoulder or chest height.
Okay.
And let's see what he gives us. Mark. All right, that's a little bit better. Nice. So you notice now the dog is actually standing up a little bit straighter. Look at that. Much better. One more.
Stand.
Watch your hand. Good. So you want to make sure that your target is not too low. So you have to be very cognizant of where your hand is being held. Let's try it again. Mark. Yes, and take him off. Lots of praise. Now the last one, he actually shuffled back the feet, the rear feet, and that's what we want. What we want to see ultimately is when we say stand, the dog comes up and brings the rear feet back. So on this attempt, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the bait held in the same spot. He's gonna come up. Now once he comes up, at the same time you kind of push into him with the bait, and as soon as you see the back feet move just a little bit, mark and reward. Okay, let's try it again. There you go, nice.
Stand.
Very nice, and as you can see, the dog is, let's pay attention to his back legs. Are you ready?
Stand.
Watch as he pushes back, just a bit. Now watch your hand, it's too low. And you go into the dog a little bit. Even if it's just like a half a shuffle, but be very aware of where your hand is, your target hand.
Stand.
Push in a bit. There we go, nice. And another one.
Stand.
Mark. Excellent, so you want to be very mindful of both legs. Try it again.
Stand.
Mark. Nice, and one more.
Stand.
Push into the dog. Mark. There you go, and take him off, lots of praise. Good job. So again, he lures the dog forward, which will get the dog to rise. And as he gets to the top, he pushes into the dog. So sometimes I'll try and target the chest. Move into the chest, which would cause the dog to actually shuffle back. When that happens, we mark and reward the behavior. Let's try one more. So we'll bring him back up. So he's gonna lure him forward first with the bait.
Stand.
Now he's gonna push, wait till he gets him standing. So he has to be standing first before he pushes back. There you go, good, very nice. And if he offers it on his own, we mark and reward. Sometimes I'll even give a bonus treat for that. It's okay, try it again.
Stand.
There you go, that was a good one. Let's do another one just like that.
Stand.
Very nice, and one more.
Stand.
Perfect, and take him off with lots of praise. Good job. So again, for the stand in motion exercise that eventually we're gonna be using or doing in an IGP trial, we start first from a stationary position with the dog seated. Then what happens is from a seated position, we take our bait hand, put it by his nose, and we slowly lure him forward. Once the dog comes forward, we'll mark and reward. We'll do that a couple times. Then eventually, we're gonna lure him forward, and as he comes up, we're gonna kind of push back into him, which will cause him to shuffle back with the rear legs. At which point in time, we're gonna mark and reward the behavior. Because the ultimate goal is for his dog to hear stand, and he does this immediately. That means we're well on our way to take him off the actual platform onto the ground and doing it on the floor. Here we have a brand new dog to the exercise, and again, new to the platform as well. So we have two variables. One, as you see there, he's learning to work on the platform, and two, he's learning the exercise of the stand. Notice the handler has the bait in front of his nose, and he slowly moves the bait forward, causing the dog to rise. Once the dog rises into position, all fours, he marks it, and then he rewards the behavior. Look at that. And he's learning how to stay on the platform. If he was to come off the platform, he would just simply bring it back up and restart it. Nice. And he waits for him to steady. There. Oh, very nice, good. And it takes time, it's just timing. You don't really want to reinforce while he's moving. If anything, you wait for him to steady, it might take some time, and once he does, you mark and reward the behavior. Looking good. And because it's done inducively, we can do several repetitions. The only stress that he would experience is the stress of coming off the table. He waits for him. Let's see what he does. Hang on. And then what we can do, we can bring the hand in just a bit. And let's see if it helps. Bring the hand down a little bit. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Good boy. We'll guide him back up. I'll try another one. And you see he likes the hot dog. So he's using a high value reward, which helps the dog to combat the stress of being on the actual platform. Nice. That was really good. So you see how solid he was there. And that was good. He blocked him from picking it off the ground. So as we don't want him to get into that habit of grabbing food off the floor. So he'll block, pick it up, and then offer it to him. Okay guys, today what we're gonna do, beautiful day out, we're going to be working on the stand in motion now. So we did some captions inside the shop where we had the dogs on the platform with their handlers working on the stationary stand. Now we're actually going to work on the stand with the dog moving. And for that, we're going to use our treats, and we're going to show you two different versions. One where we have the dog heeling beside me and teaching him from this position. And then another one where we're going to have the food in the hand like this, and we're going to be backwards, and we're going to say stand and offer it this way. And we're going to see how the dog responds. So now I'm going to take out a little bit of my treat here. Give me 1 second. Okay, buddy, are you ready? And I'm gonna keep it in my hand just like this. I'm gonna move with the, okay, yeah, and then I'm gonna do this. Stand, good. Now notice how I just locked my hand. Okay, yeah. We'll try it again. Flex. Let's go. Good boy. Stand, good. Okay, yeah. Try another one. So what I'm doing is I'm moving with the dog, When it's time to issue the command, I stop and I block with my hand. I don't let him push my hand forward. Let's go. Stand. So I block, and then I treat. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, you ready? Here we go. Flex. It's right here. It didn't drop. Let's go. Stand. Okay, yeah. Bring out my little toy. Give him a little playtime. Right. Yeah, there we go. Get that, buddy. Yeah. Down. Good boy. Good boy. So once again, what I'm doing is I'm moving with the dog. Now I'm moving backwards. I've got the bait in my hand just like this. The dog is following me. When it's time, I'm going to say stand, and I'm literally going to lock up. Do not allow the dog to push your arm. Lock up. Let the dog stay or become stationary. Mark it, good, and then treat. So we're moving, block, mark, reward. All right, now let's try another version of the stand. Out. Good boy, buddy. You ready? And again, we're gonna get our little treats out. Woo! Flexy. Good heel. Good boy. So we're gonna move like this. Got my treats in my hand, then I'm gonna do this. Stand. Good. And I block. Good boy. Good boy. Let's try another one. Okay. Yeah. And I block him. Stand. Good. And I treat. Let's try another one. Okay. Yeah. Stand. Good. Okay. Yeah. Good boy. Bring out my little gifty. There you go. There you go. Oh. Down. Good boy. So with that one now, again, we're moving forward with the dog in the heel position beside us. Now, technically, we don't have to have him foosing. It's just really to get him moving beside me. Now, when it's time, take note of my hand. I'm going to do this. Stand. So I turn my wrist down so my palm is facing the dog as I block him from moving forward. When he stabilizes, I mark it, and then I treat the dog. So once again, it looks like this. I'm moving with the dog. When it's time, stand, good, and then treat. And that again is teaching him to stand in motion from the position that you would actually be executing it from during a trial situation. But the difference is he'd be like this. So he's looking up in the sky and you say stand, he's got to throw the brakes on. With the stand in motion, what it is, the dog has to not move a foot. Once you tell him stand, he locks up, you walk away, and his feet have to remain stationary. There should be no movement. Now, for that, later on, we might incorporate light corrections just to work on the stability. But for now, in the learning phase, using the bait, you have one of two ways that you can do it. Moving forward with the dog, or you moving backwards and the dog is following you and blocking him the same way and then rewarding him. When you're doing it, also remember, don't go fast. Take your time, go slow. Slow equals speed. Many people like to rush. When they're now teaching their dogs, I see it all the time. When they're now teaching their dogs something new, they want to rush to the end. They want to see that final result. It takes time. You're working on the biomechanics and you're trying to form habits, not just for the dog, but also for yourself. So take your time. It allows you to think as you're going through the process. Remember, when you give that command, don't allow him to push the hand. I see some people do this. The dog is still moving and then they're rewarding the dog. You literally stop and block. So if you have to muscle up, then you mark it and then you reward him. Because some dogs get pushy. They want the treat, so they start to push your hand and you don't even realize that your hand has moved and he's actually taken a step or two. So that's vital. And like I said, later on, we can show you light corrections that we use to actually reinforce the behavior and teach the dog that he has to stand in pole position before he gets his treat. Like for now, the treat in the beginning is going to be used more as a lure, but then later on, the treat will be used more as a reinforcer or reward. It'll come after the fact. So remember now, you're working with your dog, you've got your food in your hand, you're moving, command, block, reward. Whether you're like this, or you're like this. And speed-wise, remember what I just said. You're not going fast. Go slow. Once you see he picks it up, you've got it. Now you can slowly start to increase the speed. And also, he doesn't have to be in a foos. Now, he can be in a foos if you want, with the food like this as normal. So now my palm is facing the ground. But when it's time to execute that stand, I'm going to do this. I drop the palm down so it's facing him and block him so he can't move. and then I reward him with the behavior, or with the food. I hope that was very informative for you. If you liked the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe to our channel. Take care, guys.